I have to work with this surgeon. We have to take the helicopter to Austria, like to go and just take the heart, preserve the heart and bring it to UZF to be able to implant it in the patient. I've written so far like I have only two
it's not only 2 books, it's not only. So you are watching Okrobia Media. I welcome today specially. Today we've got a very talented lady here that she wants to tell us how she came about that. But before then, please, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel Okrobia Media, please do well to subscribe to Okrobia Media. We have a lot of things there, a lot of videos that you can watch. Thank you so much. So now just help me to welcome our sister. Sis,
hello,
how are you?
I'm good, thanks. You?
I'm very well. I just want to introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay. Hello, so my name is Grace Gifty Dubick. Okay.
Grace Gifty
Dubick. Yeah.
Why from the Dubick?
Dubick is my surname, my father's name, and my dad is from the northern part of Ghana, and I got it from him.
So where was Gifty born?
So I'm from Sophia Samai, and it is in Achimangwa-Bieja district. That's where I am from. And my mother is my mom and dad, they are both from Abuakwa. But my dad is from, his ancestors are from the northern part of Ghana.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah.
So they are from north, but your father was born in
Abuakwa.
Abuakwa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, which also happens to be in the Achimangwa-Bieja district.
Okay. So education?
I went a little bit of CPC, that's Christ Preparatory Church. That was in Amanfrom. And then I was transferred to the local school in Sofa Samai, where I completed JHS. And then I went to Efiakobi Ampem Girls. Oh, I hear it.
Which course did you do?
I did science.
Science
elective
course?
Science, yeah.
Elective science?
Yeah.
Wow.
Efiakobi.
With biology or hard maths?
Yeah, so my major were, like my elective subjects were like math, elective math, biology, chemistry, physics, and then the core subjects like English and those. Yeah.
All right. And so which year did you finish?
2013.
13. You were able to finish it in Ghana?
Yeah. I was able to finish in Ghana in June, and I was here in September. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't stay that long, and then within that time, were you doing anything in Ghana before coming?
I applied, so because right after your school, you have to wait for your results and all those kind. Sorry. And I wanted to go to I don't know. As a child, I always wanted to be like a surgeon. So I did all University of Ghana, but I applied. I bought the forms and applied to it, but I was here before my result. They called me that you got in, but I was already here.
What struck you for you to do that thing you wanted to do?
I think every child, you have this dream. We all, if you look back, when we were 10, 9, 8, we all had this dream that we wanted to pursue. So in my side, I carried that child with me, all those dreams. I remember when I was young, I was watching TV with my dad, and in Ghana at that time there was so many people who comes on TV and then beg people for money, and most of the time their child will be sick, and they'll be saying that the child has hole in heart, so and they need urgent or immediate surgery, but the mother or the parents will be having the money, so they just come on TV to ask people for help. So it was constantly on TV. So at the last time I asked my dad, I was like, what is hole in heart? And my dad said the right word is actually you have your heart and you have the septum, so a defect on the septum. So but I don't know why can't you say hole in heart, but because it's let's say like just a translation people make, because it's just a hole in your heart where your blood circulation don't go through the right path, but it just go into the hole. So that child will be suffering with like blood circulation. So then my follow-up question was like, so what can I do? I mean, to help like either with this hole in heart in Ghana, or like what can I contribute to help these kids? And he said you could pursue like cardio surgery, like you have to do like a heart surgery, so like you could operate them. But because I told him like, if I was a surgeon, I will operate a child without asking for the money. And he said it doesn't work like that, but you can study to be a cardiosurgeon, so they can operate on people, or you can go and be like biochemist, so you can just develop some medication that could help people after the surgery. So I've had other things in my mind since I was a child. One thing, my dream is to be a cardiosurgeon. So like,
when you came here, tell us, how was it in Belgium?
So I came in September, and schools already had been started, and I was not 18 yet. I was not 18 yet, but if you go by years, like the year I was born, then I'll be 18. But if you go by date and month, I wouldn't be 18, because I would have been 18 at the end of the year, like all the way in December. So I wasn't 18 years. So I was like, lucky enough, about registration at the district house, they told us that because I wasn't 18 years, I have to start to go to OCAN, like to learn the language, to learn like Dutch. And I was like, oh, okay. And so they sent me to OCAN to learn the language, and because OCAN has already been started, so all the other kids were already there, different kids from different backgrounds and culture and ethnicity. So after OCAN, and then so I did OCAN like almost a year, and then right after OCAN, one day my teacher called me to the principal office, and he was like, Grace, so what do you want to do? And I was, what do you mean? And they were like, no, your future plans. What is for the future? What do you want to do? And I was like, okay, I have this one thing that I want to do. I want to be like a cardiosurgeon. So that is my dream. And it was like the principal, the vice principal, and two teachers from my class. And they all looked at me the same, like simultaneously. And the principal said, I don't doubt that you can be a cardiosurgery, but looking at you, what you've seen around you, you are more an empath, someone with a heart, big heart. You have time for people, so we would advise you to be a nurse. That pass, like, I mean, that suits you more as a person, like your character. And I was like, nurse? And they said, yeah, you should be a nurse. And they said, but they gave me options. Like they said, if I want, I could start from something like I could do like clinicals. I could go for the week to be in a class with them and see what they learn, what they do, and if I want, then I could pursue further in nursing. And I was like, okay. So because they suggested that to me, they even when they searched for me the right school that I have to go, and normally your parents will go with you for the registration, but my teachers took me to the registration. So they took me to the school. I registered, but because I didn't have like I didn't have like high school diploma here. So because I don't have that I don't have that diploma, I have to do like entrance exams. So they gave me these books, like, and lucky for me it was chemistry, biology, math, and Dutch. So, and most of the time, all the Latin names that they use here is in English, what we use there in Ghana. So I always know all the Latin names for biology, Dutch, chemistry, and math. I could do my thing. So the main problem was Dutch. And they gave me this, during the exam, they gave us a folder, like 6 pages of Dutch. So I have to read them and answer questions. I was like, oh my God. Because I wasn't a year. I wasn't even a year, so my Dutch was really bad. I thought my Dutch was really bad, but my teachers were convinced I was able to do that. So I took the entrance exams in order to able to pursue like higher education than like high school here, like Middelbaar here. And my biology was really good, my chemistry was good, my math was good. And they said the one thing, my Dutch was right, like it was over 20, I had 10 over 20. So they said like your Dutch is really right in the middle. So we will advise you maybe to go back and learn Dutch and come back next year. And I was like, no. And I told them, no, give me the chance to start. And if I don't want it, if I don't pass, you have the right to dismiss me. I told the headmistress. So they took a deliberation. They called all the teachers together. They took a deliberation. They asked me to go back and come back the next day. And I went back there and they said, okay, we will give you the chance to start. But in nursing, mostly communication with the patient. And in Antwerp, like most people speak like the native language, like Plat Antwerp. So you may not able to understand them. And I was like, give me the chance, I'll do my best. So the school that I started in, the first year, there was this teacher. I don't know, she didn't like me and I didn't like her either. So I stopped. I did my first year really good. I did my first year there and I transferred to different school, but it was HBO. So the teachers told me that my teacher from Okan said, start here from HBO. If you don't like it, then you still have chance, to prepare for your entrance from like medicine, to go to a university. I was okay. So I went to different school for my second and third year for HBO. And I went there and then I was a year and a half. So I took 1 year. I was a year and 7 months in Belgium for my second year, HBO.
The HBO, what do you explain? HBO?
Yeah, HBO is, in Ghana you have nursing training, you have degree nursing.
Okay.
So HBO is hoger beroeps, hoger beroeps onderwijs.
Okay.
So I know you nursing training, like in Ghana.
Okay.
So I did like the nursing training. So my second year, I went to different school for my second and third year for like nursing training. And then it was also the same story. They were like, you're like a year and a half here in Belgium and you want to pursue like higher education. And I was like, okay, give me the chance. The same story. So I started there. I went on clinicals at St. Vincentius Hospital. So apparently my clinicals was so good. I was the first. It was so good that I did so well that the hospital wrote a letter to my school to thank them for giving me like that, for training me well, that because I did so well. Because at first they thought I was a final year student. I was like, no, I'm not a final year student. So at the end of the semester, we were like in this big auditorium and the principal would come and give her speech and then they would just say who passed, who didn't pass. So I told my friend, like, this woman hates me. She's not going to pass me. So I'm just going to sleep, put my head down on the table. When everything is done, just tell me, I'll just go home with you. And then the principal came on stage and she said, on behalf of the Hospital of St. Vincentius and the cardiologist unit, we would like to thank one person in particular for raising the name of our school high, Grace Dubick.
You.
And my friend was, Grace, stand up, Grace. And I was, what?
Wow.
And then the teacher said, so they would say, you need some blame for you. So like a feather. She said, here's a feather for you for raising the name of our school. So I have to walk through all these students to go on stage and take the feather because I did well. And since then, the adult about me changed, but not for so long. So my second year was good, my third year was good. And normally I always have teachers who doubt me and teachers who trust me, to give me the chances. So I always have this like two sides. And mostly I don't hate it. I like it to see when people doubt me. You just give me more energy, like, Grace, you have to show them that you are here to stay. You have the abilities and you can do that. So, and one of the teachers, my major biology teacher was, she was from China. Her ancestors are from China, but she was she was adopted, so she know very good from Belgian parents. So she called me one day and she said, you know, you're people of color. Don't show them that you can that, and don't let them bring you down. And I was like, why is she telling me this? So apparently I did very well in her exams also as well. So then I went to my last year, and on our last year there was this teacher. She was so doubting me. She was like, you are like 3 years in Belgium and you have to finish it, like pursuing a higher education on your last year. That is not possible. So she came to class and she was like, take a sheet and paper, X and math. So she just distributed paper. We did our paper. We finished the exam. We brought it back. After the exam, my best friend from school asked me, she was like, so how did it go? And I was like, I don't know. But I always had this feeling, as right after the exam, if I really feel stressed out, those are the exams that goes well. If I feel like, oh my God, I did well, no, I would just not so good. Yeah. So I told my friend with that gut feeling, I told her, yeah, I didn't do that well. So the teacher came back in after 2 hours. She came with like 3 staples, 1 paper and 3 papers, and the rest of the class in 1 staple. And she left the 3 papers and the other there, and she took that 1 paper and went back to the teachers. And apparently that 1 paper was controlled and checked by 3 different teachers, just to confirm that that person was right. She came back, she distributed our results. I got mine and had 20 over 20. So I shouted so hard, I don't know why. I was like, ah! And she looked at me and she nodded and she was like, come here. And I went and she was like, will you teach her how you did this one? Because no student in the last year would ever get like 20 out of 20 maths in higher education. And she was like, not only did you get that well, but your method of solving math is different. You know, those who were born in Belgium or those who went to high school in Belgium, they learn about reeks van Didi, But me, I was learned like, I did maths in school. In Ghana, I was learned if more or less divide. So I would be like, okay, this one is that, this one is for taking that, is that. So that's what I used to do.
Yeah, like trigonometry.
Yeah, that's what I was taught. I've been doing it. Apparently she was doing her doctorate, it's like PhD at the university, and have just learned how to use this method to solve math. So she was like, how did you do that? And I was like, I don't know, I learned in school, that's how I've been solving my math. And she was like, yeah, you are not just good in math, but you are good with your formulas are really clear. And since then, that teacher was also out of my back. Since then, she just trusted me, like, okay, she's just good in what she does. And then I finished like HBO of training, 3 years. And all the friends and the other students were making plans, like applying for jobs. And my principal she came to me and she was like, all the others are applying for a job. Why are you not applying for a job? And I was, because I'm not going to work. I'm going to further my education. And she was like, how? And I was like, I know what I wanted to do. I've always seen myself different. Like, I want to go for higher education. So if I can't be the cardiac surgeon I want to go, and I've chosen to be a nurse, then I have to pursue higher in the nursing part also. And she was like, okay, good luck. So then I went to Thomas More Hogeschool in Lier. So I went there, and also I finished my bachelor degree. And after bachelor degree, I was UZA University Hospital of Antwerp hired me at the operation room. And the
operation room?
Yeah, operation theater. So and ironic enough, I didn't go to cardiac surgery. I went to neurosurgery. Like we do like brain, like all the spinal cords.
Wow.
So yeah, I chose different path at my work field. So so while I was there, and I was like, okay, work is going well. I don't know, somehow I always, even though I have work, I always feel like I have to do more. So I was like, what can I do? I mean, to just it's just not for the payment, but just to see how far I go. And not just how far I can go, but I want to do something, just see my limit. So I was like, I can go for masters, but if you go for your masters in nursing, you can't do much with masters in nursing in Belgium. either you want to be like a head nurse or something, but I don't want to be a head nurse. It's much of stress work. So I was like, but I can do something different. So I went for like Banaba, so bachelor after bachelor, and it's like 1 year
that
course.
is called what?
Banaba. So BA, NA, BA. So Ba is from bachelor.
Okay.
And NA is like after
okay.
and bachelor.
Okay, so bachelor after bachelor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have your bachelor, but you are going to pursue another course that will give you, but mainly specific in one subject. Like as a student, if you're doing your bachelor, like you have all these major courses. But if you're doing like my bachelor was like operation theater, so I have everything that was taught like operation major, so like everything in operation theater. So I did my Banaba, and I was done, and after that I was like I was just working, and I was like, okay, maybe I could do something. But then I was like, okay, I'm working. After work I just come home, I don't do anything. I do writing, I like to write, I do writing, but if I'm not writing, then like I don't know, it's like I feel like something is missing. So then I was okay, maybe let's go for masters. What can happen? So I just went for my masters, and one thing that was very difficult because I was working full time, and operation theater is like you are on call most of the time. So some of the Saturday, Friday, Sunday you're on call. At the middle of the night they call you to come to operation room.
That place. Are you there as an assistant, or you are there, or you're having a seizures?
You are there as a nurse, but you have different. Sometimes you are on table like me, assistant, like giving all the instruments to the doctors. You have to be anticipating, like you have to anticipate, like if sometimes because the surgeon reach somebody are stressed, you have to do the step.
Are you not scared of blood or something?
Not really, because you see, that is what I wanted to do. I always have this one vision, but something in my mind, like I want to help people, and this is my way of helping others. You know, that's my way of helping others, because most of my friends were like, "Oh, we couldn't do that. I want to go to the ward where I can communicate with the patient." And I was like, but we have to be there for those who need to be operated. So someone have to do their work. Someone have to be there for them. And if you choose to be there, do the good. Just do the right thing.
Okay. In a sense, since you have been in that operation, the theater room, is there any case that will be so challenged?
A lot. Whew. Really, really a lot. I think my most challenged one was this kid wrestling from the war between Russia and Ukraine, and there were these two trains, and one died on the way, and the other we had to operate him immediately, and I could just see the mom just hoping for the best for the kid because she lost the dad and the other child on the way, and I was just hoping that we could do something for her, but it was too late. So it's every day. So I even learned to leave something behind. Like when your work is done, the moment I get out of it, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Leave everything there, because every day is like, because sometimes I pray also as well. Sometimes when I'll tell God, oh God, please, if I'm in this room, let's save this person's life. Okay. I don't know. So I'm a Christian, so I always pray so that God, any room that I'm in, never let anyone die on my table. Like if someone's on my table, never let anyone die on my table. So it's something that I try, even though some people are not so religious, but something that I try to do for my own. Yeah.
Great. I just want to take you back a bit. The time that you said you wanted to be a cardiosurgeon, right? And then your teachers tried to change your mind to do different things. Are you sure they did the right thing for you?
Now looking back, I think they did the right thing for me. I'll tell you why. So recently, at my work, we have to be on call for for a donor, like heart and lungs donor, and I happen to be on call for that. And even though I don't work at the cardiosurgery, but the staff at the cardiosurgery really they are not much, so they try to buffer. They try to take us, compensate with people from us, so we will be on call for them if they are they need to be a donor. And I have to work with this surgeon. We have to take the helicopter to Austria, like to go and just take the heart, preserve the heart and bring it to UZETA to be able to implant it in a patient. And since that experience, I think that I did the right thing for not being a cardiac surgery.
Okay.
You see, in European Union, they have this, most hospitals are be on the list. So let's say, because we can only use donor from Belgium, Belgium is really small. So we have to be on the list. So let's say if that someone died in Germany, but the person who's supposed to receive the heart on the list is from Belgium, from UZETA, then we have to go there and preserve it. But also we have to, people tell them, okay, give them, like, they give them the permission, if I die, take this part of me. If you don't want to, then you have to also tell them, if I die, please don't take anything from me.
So what are you doing now?
So now I'm doing a lot, really. This year is the first time I've walked out of exam room and I told myself, oh my God, I did a lot this year. This year I write. I was able to publish 2 books.
You published 2 books?
2 books.
What are the books?
And
you have someone around?
Yeah.
Okay, later we see.
Yeah, I was able to publish 2 books. I have to finish my master's. I just finished my exams. And I mean, I'm still working full time. So this year I was really exhausted, and I came, I was like, okay, I'm done.
So finally, what do you want to be?
So I'm still
now you couldn't be the cardiac surgeon. What do you want to be now?
I'm still a nurse. I'm just doing a nurse, but I don't know. A nurse
at a higher level.
Yeah, I don't know what the future holds.
Okay.
So maybe if the future something can, because mostly I would tell my parents, like I just told my brother yesterday. And he was like, so you what are you going to do? What are you now? So I thought, hey, I did it. And he was like, so what are you now? I was, I'm still a nurse, but just for my resume. Let's say if tomorrow I decide to go back to Ghana, I have to go back to UK or somewhere else. I mean, have options. Then I'm not just fixed on one degree or something, but I have like options to do what I want to do. So I'm still a nurse. Yeah. Right now, and also a part-time writer.
Oh, great, great. Okay, so can we see some of your books?
Yeah.
So show me.
Yeah. So these are the books that I've written so far. So far, like I have only 2 books.
It's not only 2 books. It's not only. This is To the Kid Who Shared Food with Me in second grade.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's special about this one?
So about this one, actually this book was impromptu. I'll tell you why. So there is a competition in the New York Times. There is a column, More Than Love. So each month you can just submit a piece to them. They will read it, and if your piece is good for their column, they will publish it. Yeah. And then the last time I sent a piece in, and the editor, Danny Jones, he tested me back, and he was like, wow, good piece, but I think you have more vision and more idea for a book and a manuscript for movies. And he was like, have you ever thought of writing a book or doing a manuscript? And I was like, not really, but I can do something. And he was like, okay, send me a manuscript. So right there, I decided to write this book.
Really?
Yeah. And then we wanted something to give for children, because he said I have idea for children, but he was like, don't make it big, just make something simple for children up to 15 years. I was like, okay, I can do that. So I use inspiration from my time in Ghana, but a friend of mine, Celia, and I use it to write that book. And now I have a very good review on Amazon, and all the review on all the feedback I be getting on Instagram, it's too small, please make it big. And people we want to read more, but it was too small. But the idea was okay, for children, so make it short form, but people wanted more. So I think in the future, in the next edition, we are going to make it so big.
So let me read the content here. Is about the new kid.
Yeah.
The beginning of friendship.
Yeah.
Someone is happy.
Yeah.
I have a secret. Hey, bestie.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
Talk with your parents. We are all superheroes.
Yeah, we are all superheroes. Yeah.
Wow, very impressive.
Yeah.
Great. And this one also?
Yeah. And this one is so a fraction of the conversations of her life. Dare to think differently. Yeah. So
wow.
This one is so yeah. It's so
And this one, what's the inspiration behind this?
This one is like most of the time my friends would be like so at work, and my friends would be like, why do you think like that? So and my best friend, I was with her the last time, and we went to Paris, and we went to shop, and there was this mistake, like all in French in Paris, right? And my French is really horrible. Like I try to speak with French with patients at work, and her French is also so that good. So we were in Paris and we made a mistake. We made a purchase that they thought it was like buy one get one free, but it was actually buy one get the half, or like buy two get one free or something. So we end up paying more than we expected, like above our budget. So we came back, she was just really swearing all fast, and she was like, why are you so calm? Why are you not saying anything? Why are you not so mad? And I was like, I can't be mad, because these mistakes are not meant to be avoided. There's no way we are going to avoid that mistake, because I can't speak French, you can't speak French. So why am I going to be mad about something like I have no control over? And she was like, why can't I think like you? And I said, do you think so? And she was like this. Every time that I talk to her, she would be like, oh, I'm going to remember what you said. Every time she say, like, every time I talk to them, they'll be like, oh yeah, you said that for the last time. So a little bit inspiration from my friends, from my colleagues from work, all what we do, and all the thing that they told me they liked about it is a little bit there.
Okay, so these books, have you launched them?
Yeah, they are on Amazon. So
okay.
yeah.
No, launching is like the way the Africans used to launch their things. Somebody want to launch music, the way they launch their CD. Have you launched it here? Maybe you haven't launched it.
No,
it's only online.
We just do online.
And are we having any intention to launch them or something?
It's a good idea. I mean, it's now that you said it, I think it's a good idea to do it.
Because it's very good. It's very good.
I think it's a good idea.
You have to try to do something, at least what you use to.
Yeah.
And what about maybe to come out with it, the production, everything you're doing? How was it? Was it costly?
No, it was because I had the idea, and Danny Jones liked the idea. So from there, it was good. Me as a person don't have to pay that much because I only get royalties if they buy, and they will just give you royalties. So production side, because it's not my. I mean, I'm not the. A publisher, so
okay, you're a publisher, okay.
Yeah,
but you're the writer.
I'm the writer, so and as a writer, you just get the royalties. So you just.
And then, were you paid being writing this?
Now for my nice book, I'm getting paid to be writing. But this one, no. This one was like, what they gave me is not what's supposed to be as a writer, but because as a starter, it's also okay.
And then, do you see yourself being writing books ahead?
Yeah, my friends at work also ask me, are you going to leave us and go? Because they saw my the reviews on Amazon. I was like, whoa, your book is really doing well. So yeah, I was even so really surprised actually. But I don't know. I don't think so. I think I would like to combine them. I mean, still working and still doing things, because they are something I like to. I like writing. I like volunteering. I like writing poems. I mean, I like doing things. So I think I will just combine them with work.
Right. Yeah. And then some time ago, I saw you on Antwerp Gazette or something. Antwerp News or newspaper. What was that about? Yeah,
so when I was in Oka, like I was like 5 months in Belgium or so, and there was this lady who came to our school, and he came to talk about how most elderly people in Belgium are really lonely. They don't have families, don't have children. They choose to be, alone. And they were like, if you have time, just go and visit them. She said, but no one just took her seriously. But after some times, I said, okay, maybe I could do that. I was like, but I asked her, where are they? What can I do to do that? And she was like, there are some nursing homes which are mainly meant for the poor and the lonely elderly, and some made for the rich with family. So go to this one and this one if you want to visit one, because most people there are poor and don't have family. And I was like, okay. So one time I went to Sintana, I think in Belgium. I went there and I saw someone on the way in the hallway, and I was like, hey, I'm Grace, and I want to volunteer. Is there someone who could use my help, someone I could visit? And he was like, yeah, there was this guy, he's Eddie, he's really young, he's 60, he's really not supposed to be here, but he's sick, so he could use your help because you don't have anyone. And I was like, okay. And I went there, but as surprising as it is, the poor ones are the racists, as
really?
if I might say that. Excuse me, people. Yeah. But so I went there. At first, it wasn't just like, hey, I'm Grace, and he was like, yeah, and he was like, no, get off my doorstep. I was like, hey, I'm just here to help, I'm just here to do, and he was like, yeah. So at time, so I was like, oh, you don't want to? I'll just sit here and read. I'm always with a book or like a notebook and a pen, because of I like to write down ideas. So I just sat down on his couch and started reading. And after I read, I just took on. He was like, when are you coming back? It was, yay, so you liked me, I'm coming back. And I went back. So the next day when I went to visit him, apparently he told all the people, the other elderly, and there is this girl Grace, she's really nice to me, he came to visit me, we talked, he made me so happy, if you want she could be your friends too. So then I went, and there was a table formed with all the elderly on table, and I was, whoa, from 1 to 7. So I started talking to them, and I would take them go for a walk in the park. They like drinking beer. I would just take them to beer. I took them to visit the Conic, the beer, the brewery, and I would sometimes we just talk, and sometimes we just do something different. So I just visit them and do that thing, and then so as time goes on, my friends became bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was almost Christmas in 2017. And I was like, wow, we're going to do this. So then, since that girl came to my school to talk about how the elderly people are lonely, I decided to go to the high school. So I went to the high school on Saliva for her. And I went there and I was like, hey, so I don't know if you guys are aware, but there are most people who are most elderly, they are really lonely, they are alone here. And what I do is I go and visit them, and it just make their day the whole time. So if you want, you can join me, those who are free. Surprisingly, the next weekend that I went to visit them, I was joined by other students, like high school students, who all came, most of them came to visit. And then the teachers told me if I want, they could do a collection. They could just do an action, advertise to get go to Carrefour, go to the action, different supermarket sponsorship, so that they could just give me something that I could throw them Christmas party. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. But because they are so large, I was like, but I want to do how they will feel like home. So I want to make small tables. So it'll be table of 4, 4 people on the table, just to make the home, just give it the home feeling. So we wrote letters to all these supermarkets and all those who could sponsor. They gave cake, all the bakery gave cakes, the action gave things could be able to give us a gift for Christmas. So for this, it was nice. So the student came, we wrapped them, and we set the table, we decorated them, and we asked permission from the director from the nursing home, and he gave us his blessing and permission. So everyone was on table. Some of the high school people were singing because we couldn't afford to pay musicians. So I asked them to sing, so they were singing, and some were. I think I even took one guy from my church. He's very good singer, Bonsu, and I took him from my church, and he went there also to thank to them. He sang also there. So while I was talking to so I would just go around the table, just talk to them, how they were feeling. And this lady approached me, and he was like, "You are Grace, right?" And I was, "Yeah, I'm Grace." And he was, "So I heard you are behind this." And I was like, "I was here." So I pointed to one of my friends. I was like, "Yeah, with my friends, we just organized this." And she started talking, and I thought she was someone who was interested in my work. She wants to join me to visit the early. But then it was on the 24th, and I think it was Saturday. And it was Friday after, it was Christmas vacation, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my phone was blowing up on the 26th. I was like, why is everyone calling my getting all these text messages? Like, "Congratulations with your article for making the front page of the Gazette of Antwerp." I was like, "Gazette from Antwerp? Voorpagina?" Oh, yeah, so they would just send me screenshots of that. So I called out my friends, say, "Would they get me?" Because I was then in the Netherlands. So I was like, "If we're in Belgium," I told them, "If we're in Belgium, would they get me a copy of today's Gazette?" And it was like, "Okay." And yeah, so the woman who was just asking all these questions was like a journalist, but I didn't know. And she just asked all those questions so that she could publish it. But she didn't even ask permission. She just did them anyway. So yeah.
Great one.
That is how it started.
So with these books, if somebody want to get some, just where and how the person can get you.
So since we are in Belgium, mostly on Amazon.com, but then it just be like from US, so it would be like the cost will be high. But if you type in Amazon .nl, then it's from like this, like if you order today, tomorrow they will just send it to your home. Just so all the books are on Amazon.
Do you have any social media handles also in case somebody want to visit you?
Yeah, just my name. I think on Facebook is Grace Gifty Dubick. So instead of Grace Dubick, it's like Grace Gifty Dubick on Facebook, and on Instagram is Grace G Dubick.
This place is much important to me. It goes to the youth out there or anybody who is in this country that want to do something. I just want to advise our youth out there for me that everything they want to do, they can do it.
Oh, sure, really everything that you set your mind on, you could just do it. One thing, don't take no for an answer, but even if you take no, know that if it's on your own terms, people will challenge you, trust me. But you have to show them that I'm here to stay. And if you stay, if you do something, give it to your maximum. Just go for it. Show them you are not only here to stay, but you are here to stay and be the best of what you do. Just be good in your work. And also, I think your circle of friends and your family helps also a lot. Your circle of friends is really good. They will just help you and pursue what you wanted to pursue. And I hope you will always be able to do whatever you set up your mind to. It's okay.
All right. I thank you so much for allowing me coming to you.
No, thank you.
Although it's not been easy, but yeah, you have a very tight schedule all the time.
Oh.
But to God be the glory.
Yeah.
It has come to the end of this journey today.
Okay.
So this is our sister Grace Dubick. She's doing very, very, very well. Please, as I said earlier on, I'm here to promote our brothers and sisters in this country or even diaspora. So please, let's do well to support them, to lift them up. Here's Okrobia Media. Once again, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do well to subscribe to Okrobia Media on YouTube. And if you go to Facebook, Okrobia Media is there also. Here's the end of our conversation. Thank you very much for watching.